Is your doctor telling you that they'll only prescribe a GLP-1 medication to you for a set amount of time and that they don't prescribe for maintenance? If yes, this video is for you. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey and hopefully you'll subscribe and come along for the ride. So I am seeing this trend and I've been seeing it for quite some time, but it is becoming more prevalent where people are posting in the support groups, they're new to this medication, and they're saying, hey, I just went to the doctor and they're saying that they'll only prescribe me this medication, a GLP-1, for a set amount of time. It's usually anywhere from a year to 16 months. And then that's it. They're going to cut me off. They do not prescribe for maintenance. And I keep seeing this over and over and over again. And it really goes against what's being recommended, both based off of the latest study where they showed that people, if they are going to come off of a GLP-1, that they really should be tapering off of a GLP-1. And also the latest recommendations from obesity specialists where they are talking about, you need to be on maintenance for 6 months to a year before you then taper off. So why are doctors telling new patients, hey, just so you know, I'm only going to prescribe this for a while and then I'm going to kick you to the curb? Well, it's because they don't want to deal with all of the drama that comes with prescribing a GLP-1 medication. First of all, everybody and their brother wants to be on it because, hello, it's the first thing we've ever had that actually works and people are trying to get healthy for the first time in their lives. Secondly, they are seeing that these insurance companies have absolutely gone bonkers with crazy requirements, prior authorizations for prior authorizations. You have to meet these requirements. You have to do this. You have to do this. You have to send in all your lab work. You have to jump through all these hoops, and it's completely unnecessary. Insurance companies should not be dictating our health, right? They're doing it from the standpoint of risk assessment as based off of going, what am I going to have to pay out? Whereas doctors are looking at it from a different risk assessment. Yes, these medications have side effects, but many people don't experience side effects. And even the ones who do, when they have a support system, they lose weight, they get healthier, they change their lifestyle, and they get their life back. So if you're a doctor and insurance companies are forcing you to jump through all these hoops, so you have to pay your people. You either have to pay to have someone on staff just for prior authorizations, or you're the one doing it, or your assistant's doing it, in which case they're having to do everything else and that in addition to their already hectic job, right? Like, it's completely out of control. And doctors are saying enough is enough. I'll prescribe it for you, but I'm only going to do it for this set amount of time. Now, me personally, and it's just my opinion because I'm not a doctor, I think that it would be better for doctors to just say, hey, I'm not going to prescribe that for you. Because at least it gives those patients an opportunity to know where they stand, know that they're not going to get support from that doctor, and they can go find somebody else. But see, most doctors don't want to do that because they don't want you to leave their practice. They still want you to come there, but they don't want to have to deal with all the BS that comes with a patient being on a GLP-1, and then take that one patient and multiply them by 100. Because every single week people are trying to get on these medications because they're trying to get their life back. They're trying to get healthy. They're trying to treat a long laundry list of conditions. And every month we're finding out about a new one. Right? So it's really frustrating, both for patients and for doctors. So if you have experienced this, if you are just starting out, or if this is some practice that your doctor has just started and they're like, hey, by the way, I know I've been, writing this prescription for you for 6 months, but I'm not going to do it anymore. I am here to tell you, because apparently somebody needs to tell people, you do not have to stay with that doctor. I don't know why it is that people put themselves into this box where, and I see this with my canine nutrition clients, they will get a veterinarian that they don't like, that they don't have a good relationship with, who's not helpful when it comes to nutrition, and they will come to me and they're so frustrated, and I say, why don't you go find somebody else? And they're like, oh, well, this vet's office is really close to me. Great. Well, if your dog gets a rash, or your dog, gets a boo-boo, right? Or they need their teeth cleaned, then take them there. If your dog needs something else, go find somebody else. There's no rule that says that you can only see that one veterinarian. When my wife and I were breeding service dogs, we bred standard poodles for service work. I had 4 veterinarian offices that we used. One was cheap. So if we were tight on money, I knew that I could go there and I could get quality care that was super affordable based on my area. I had one that had all the high-tech gadgetry. Right? So if something happened and somebody needed an x-ray, or if we needed to go and have certification for hips or elbows or eyes, right? They were the high-tech vet. Okay, more expensive, but I could take them there. Then we had the one that was super close, which is literally right around the corner. And I keep them on standby in case something happens randomly, because I know that I can get there and back on my lunch break, right? And then I have another backup vet. So it's like, why don't people do that with their healthcare for themselves? There's no rule that says that you have to see that one doctor and that's it. You're not allowed to see anybody else. Go find somebody else. Go somewhere else. You can do it. It's your money. It's your money. If I went to my doctor and said, hey, I want to get on this medication, and they said, nope, I don't prescribe that, I'd say, great, thank you so much. I wish you put that information on your website because I could have saved myself a copay. So I'm going to go back out front, I'm going to get my copay, and I'm going to leave. But thanks anyway. Sorry for wasting your time, and thanks for wasting my time. But see, people don't do that. They just go with the flow. They just sheep it out. I call it sheeping, where they just, everybody goes with the flock. And then they're just like, oh, I don't know what to do. My doctor won't prescribe it. I guarantee you that unless you are on a tiny island, that is not the only doctor in town. So go find one who will. Call and ask them, hey, my previous doctor wouldn't prescribe this. Does your doctor prescribe this? Find a new doctor. Okay. So I'm really hoping that the more we talk about these GLP-1 medications, the more everybody will just get on board, right? Because this is just silly. Like telling somebody you can only have this medication for a certain number of months and then I'm going to cut you off with no support, right? They're not offering an alternative. They're just like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to cut you off. How does that help anybody? How does that help anybody become healthier? How is that not stressful? Anyway, those are just my thoughts and opinions. If you found this video interesting or you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. Make sure you check out my other videos. I have other helpful tips and tricks where I document my experiences, and hopefully they will help you on your health journey. If you haven't already, check out the link in the description box for my Positive Only support group. I would love it if you joined. We would love to have you. We are super positive, right? So you're not going to get bashed for asking questions. And as always, be kind. Rewind.